In this video, I'm going to be going over all of my Season 7 predictions in NBA 2K23 My Team, who I think will be the level 40 for Season 7, who I think will be all in the different game modes. Will we get another domination? Just my predictions and just my guesses of what I think we'll see in Season 7. But let me know in the comment section down below, who do you guys think the level 40 will be going into Season 7? Will it be an invincible? I personally don't think so. I think it definitely could be. I think they wait till Season 8 to do the invincible for hitting level 40, but let me know what player you guys think it will be, and I'll make my guess here in a second of what I do think the level 40 will be for Season 7. But before we get into the player game modes, talking who I think will be in Triple Threat Offline, Clutch M Offline, Unlimited, Clutch M Online, there's a couple of different things that I want to talk about that I really hope my team do, because if they do this, it could really bring back some life into the game. So first thing I want to talk about is going to be very simple, but it has to do with the token market, and that's going to be bringing those 2 dark matters that they did last year back into the token market. Maybe they do another equal chance pack. I don't think people really care about this. Maybe they'll do one for a dark matter from a set, and maybe it'll be a little bit more hyped. Like maybe they might honestly do this exact pack, 1,000 tokens, but then for a guaranteed dark matter from the new generational set, for the 4 dark matters: Vince Carter, Jalen Green, Shea. Oh, there's only Patrick Green, Vince Carter, Jalen Green, and Shea. I think they'll probably do that pack again, 1,000 tokens for a guaranteed dark matter, and you have a chance at getting Vince. That's not a terrible thing that could be added, next season. So hopefully they continue that up. I think that will be pretty cool. But like I was mentioning, the main thing that I want to see in Season 7 from the token market is what they did last year. I like the Hall of Fame badges. That can obviously stay, but the big thing I hope they add is going to be those 2 new dark matters that we got last year around this time. I think last year was Oscar Robertson, or was Antoine Jameson? It was something like that last year in 2K22 in my team, and I think it was Season 7. We got those 2 dark matters in the token market. Then I think eventually it was the Dikembe Mutombo. I think it was Thurl Bailey. So those type of cards, I hope they bring that back into the token market, because those were some great free cards technically, if you're counting tokens as something is free. So that's my main thing I do want to talk about for my predictions, or the first thing I want to talk about is going to be in the token market. Hopefully they do give us some sort of dark matter reward cards, whether it's 2, whether it's 3, whether it's 1. Just give us something to spend our tokens on, because there hasn't really been any value to tokens pretty much throughout the entire season until they added Hall of Fame badges. But now Hall of Fame badges really aren't as, really wanted, I would say. I mean, you can still badge up cards and they're still great to have, but they're not like, in Season 4 or Season 5 when people are trying to badge out cards like crazy. So I do think having those 2 dark matters in the token market would be great for the game mode and just bring back a little bit of life to it. The next thing I also want to talk about is going to be a spotlight sim. So the last spotlights we got were from Season 4, and that was for the Galactic Conqueror spotlight that locked in for the Galaxy Opal KG. I think we're due for another spotlight. I think they did one last year around this time as well for that invincible Joel Embiid. I'm not sure if that was Season 7 or Season 8. If I do remember correctly, I believe that was Season 7. So I could definitely see another spotlight coming into the game. I definitely think that's needed for the game mode. Giving us tons of new free cards is what we need. I think that's the biggest thing in Season 7 that needs to change from Season 6. I think a lot of you guys would agree with me on this, that there was no free cards in Season 6, and that was a huge flaw about the season, and probably the biggest complaint for a lot of no money spent and just people in general complaining, the fact that we didn't get any free cards. And I think if they were to give us a spotlight sim, I'll talk about some more free cards here in a second and other ways they can give us free cards, but if they were to give us a big spotlight sim, not when the first season does drop, like not the first day of the season, but sometime halfway through the season, can kind of push you from, maybe week 2 or 3 all the way to week 4 or 5, and that could really stretch out the length of a season, right? The first 2 weeks are always going to be pretty hype, and then as soon as 2 weeks hits, drop a spotlight sims that Thursday. I think they drop them usually Thursday before a Friday drop, or maybe like Wednesday or Thursday, whenever they do drop them, and then that can bring some hype from like Season 2 till Season 4, and then you really are not season, week 2 to like week 4 or 5, and then you only got like that 1 week of dead period. So I think that would be a great way to bring some hype back into the game mode, but it's mainly just going to give us tons of free cards, and I feel like that's what we need the most. Like this spotlight sims maybe wasn't the best best spotlights we've ever gotten in 2K, because, you know, I personally like the Taco and Invincible one, like the Gauntlet challenges, like those were my personal favorite. But I do think they were actually really good spotlights, you know, just as a starter spotlight. But hopefully there's going to be an Invincible card or just a Dark Matter, really good Dark Matter. And as long as they make the prize worth it, like KG was worth it in my opinion, you know, if you wanted to play it in the first couple weeks, I think KG was definitely worth grinding for. So if they were to do that again for season 7 and give us a really good card to be worth grinding for in Spotlight Sims, I think that's a great thing that they should give us in season 7. And I do think that's kind of my prediction as well. I think we will see a Spotlight Sim. And then finally, I think we will see 2-week events, because unless they just straight up lied in their blog post, I think it was the season 6 blog post they said, or season 5 or season 6 blog post, where they said that the 2-week events would be returning in Myteam, not that season, but they would be returning eventually in the game mode cycle. And you would think it's got to be season 7, because season 8 is all the way, what, mid-June? I think season 7 or season 8 would start in like the late June, early July stage, and they're probably not going to wait till that time to bring these 2-week events back. If you guys don't know what the 2-week events were, it was for the Galaxy Opal Russell Westbrook, the Galaxy Opal Ray Allen, and the Galaxy Opal Yi. These were some of my favorite concepts from this year. I think if we were to take a couple good things from 2K23 Myteam, I think a lot of people would agree these were some of the best things we got all year if we're talking about free content. I really did enjoy them. I think all 3 of these lock-in cards for their time were really worth going for. Like, I think that Russ card was amazing. Ray Allen was such a good shooting guard, and Galaxy Opal Yi is still like usable till this day. Not a top tier power forward, but still usable in the sense that he does have a great jump shot. So if they were to bring this back, I think that's a huge thing for the game mode, and I do think 2-week events should return, and I do think they will. I mean, if you look at season 4, the reason why I enjoyed this season a lot is because look at all the free content we got. We got Spotlight Sims, all these free cards, and then we also got the 2-week events. I personally really enjoyed season 4. You know, maybe the game mode, maybe the rewards weren't the best for like game modes, because I don't think there was there game mode rewards? I don't think there was at this stage. So yeah, that was like probably the one big complaint, but I enjoyed the Spotlight Sims and the 2-week events. I thought they were great. So if you bring 2-week events back, and then you also have the player card game modes, and then you give us Spotlight Sims, you give us cards in the token market, that's pretty much all you need to do for the season, and you're good to go. That is a great season. If we get cards in the token market, we get Spotlight Sims with tons of great free cards and a final lock-in prize that's worth grinding for, and the challenges aren't like ridiculously hard and super long to grind, right? If they give us those 2 things, they give us 2-week events, player cards in each game mode, and a good level 40, I don't see how it's a bad season. You know what I mean? That's just great free content. You know, they could also do some other stuff too. And then now I'll talk about the player cards, because that's a big thing for the mode, because the season 6 player cards really weren't the best. Like Bradley Beal, I think it was Jerry Lucas here in Triple Threat Offline, he wasn't the best either. I will say, I hope they bring back these like vault cards, because I know the RNG and everyone hates like the RNG, but they made them super good. I'm not gonna lie. Like Alonzo Mourning, such a top tier power forward. Gilbert Arenas, such a fun point guard to use. We had Danny Ferry, Purvis Ellison, Steve Smith, still one of the best shooting guards in the game. Malik Sealy's pretty good. Mike Banton, Billy Knight, all very usable cards still till this day, even though some of them dropped in season 5, I do believe, right? I think Mike Bantam and Billy Knight and Danny Ferry, yeah, all these cards were from season 5, and they'll still be very usable going into season 7. So hopefully we continue getting those cards as well, and I might make some predictions for those as well. Some cards I could see if they do return, which I do expect they will. But now to talk about the game mode rewards, like I said earlier, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, who do you guys think will be the level 40 for season 7? Me personally, I think it's going to be a guard / wing, because season 5 was a shooting guard, Zach LaVine, season 6 was Tyler Hero, and then season 6 was the power forward center, or the center power forward Hakeem. So I could see another either point guard, or I could see another shooting guard small forward. My guess would be the LaMelo Ball. That's what I personally think. I think it could be another Dark Matter LaMelo, whether it's an Invincible LaMelo or whether it's just his normal Dark Matter. I could definitely see that happening. I know a lot of people have also said Ray Allen. The only reason why I wouldn't say Ray Allen, because he was a level 40 last year. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to say Ray, but I think he could be a possibility. My guess, though, is going to be LaMelo Ball. I think they did a great job with Hakeem Olajuwon. I think he was one of the best things from this season to happen was this Dark Matter Hakeem, a great power forward card that's still very usable and a top tier power forward still to this day. So Hakeem Olajuwon is a step in the right direction if we're talking about level 40s, and I think we'll get another good one in a LaMelo Ball. Once again, I'm always terribly wrong with these predictions. I'm going to say LaMelo, but I really don't know. who we're gonna get. So my guess is gonna be LaMelo. I'm always wrong about these predictions. Like, I don't expect to get any of this right. Just gonna say that off the bat. I'm the worst predictor in the world. Like, I never get any of these guesses, whether it's pack promos, whether it's free cards. I'm terrible at guessing, so I'm not even sure if I want to say my player card guesses, because I know they're just going to be completely wrong. But I will say I expect these to be dark matters. They were all 98 overall Galaxy Opals, so going into season 7, all of these player card game modes will be dark matters, which is great to see. You know, getting like 6 or 7 free dark matters will be obviously great. And then will we get a domination? I personally don't think so. I think a domination would be great, and I think we should get a domination, but I honestly don't think we will. I think we should though, and it'd be a dark matter. I think that would obviously be another great card to obviously be grinding for if the prizes were worth it, and if the final card was worth grinding for. But to talk about the player card game modes, I just don't know if I even want to make predictions, because I just don't know. Like, I think it could be some newer cards, like a Karl Anthony Towns dark matter I could potentially see. And we're talking about some older point guards like a Chris Paul, John Stockton. We haven't seen those guys in a while, you know, for the point guard position. You know, maybe a Jerry West as a dark matter. I know we got a card in season 5, but I'm thinking like a short point guard, maybe for like a triple threat offline. I don't think I'm really going to make my predictions because I have no idea. Just want to talk about my other predictions. You know, I think that really matters a lot more, because these player card game modes, yes, do matter a lot, but I think the main stuff that does matter going into season 7 is the token market, is Spotlight Sims, is the 2-week events returning, is, you know, just good free content, whether that's player card game modes, you know, 2-week events, whether that's Spotlight Sims. I think that's going to be the main thing. Hopefully that my team does change going into season 7. So let me know in the comment section down below your guys' predictions for the new season. Hopefully it's a lot better than season 6, because I think we can all agree it just wasn't a great season. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for my season 7 predictions in NBA 2K23 My Team. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.